Good evening and welcome back to another video on All Hail the Ale. Tonight we are going for a beer from Twisted Barrel. And the beer is this one. It is a New England IPA called Wrapped in Lupulin. It weighs in at 6% ABV and it's got a very simple ingredients list. You've got water, you've got malted barley, oats, wheat, hops and yeast. Nothing more, nothing less. It is a vegan friendly beer. It says store upright in a cool dark place and pour carefully. So I'm expecting maybe a little bit of sediment in the bottom of the can. Good thing I haven't been shaking it up or rolling it around or anything like that. It says no animal or human was hurt, manipulated or paid a low wage in the making of this beer. Now I know I've read that description somewhere else before. I can't remember which beer it was. So I must have tried something from Twisted Barrel before. In fact, I can remember the artwork on the can. It was very much an American Indian style lady, very kind of earthy colours on the label, but that's besides the point. It's a 440ml can, it's 2.6 units in said can, and there's a lovely little quote from a good programme that you may or may not remember called Twin Peaks. It's Diane, I'm holding in my hand a small box of chocolate bunnies, sent by Special Agent Dale Cooper, who was a pilot in said programme. And that's all that's on this can. You've got pretty simple but tidy artwork. It's the same design all the way around the can with a very simple ingredients list and whatnot. Well, what more can I tell you? The only other thing I can tell you about this beer is I paid £5.35 for said can from Otter's Tears in Burslem, Stoke-on-Trent. Probably the best bottle shop that I've ever been to. Arguably the best service. Great prices, even better beer. And Phil, thank you for yet another beer for me to try. So, I say thank you. I did pay for it, obviously. Let's get on with it. Let's crack it open. And pour. So, we have the old Cloudwater glass, and in we go. We have, well, it's pale, very pale. Smells good. Smells hoppy. Perhaps could have done a better pour there because there's a bit of a head. That's a lovely looking glass beer. It's a bit of carbonation, medium carbonation I would say. There's a bit of yeast going on. A little bit of haze, nothing huge. Colour is golden. Let's say got about 2 fingers ahead. The bubbles are reasonably tight. Let's have a smell. Ooh, nice and hoppy. It smells very familiar. It smells a little bit like one of my favourite beers from a brewery who shall not be named. The name, in fact, the wrapped in lupulin. Lupuloid. It's that kind of smell. It smells good. And I hope it tastes good. Anyway, cheers. Oh yeah. That. It's very similar. But different to the beer from the Beaver. It's got that same kind of hoppy taste, that real intense hop flavour. There's something in the flavour that I almost want to say mint. I know that sounds weird, but it's got that kind of cooling effect. Obviously I've kept it in the fridge so it is cool, but you know that kind of real kind of cooling effect that mint gives when you've been chewing a bit of minty chewing gum or some Trebor extra strong mints in the winter and you breathe in deep, you kind of get that kind of effect. There's that going on. I like it. It's different. I like the beer. It's tasty. There is a little bit of malt in the finish, that kind of sweetness, not overly so, but pleasant indeed. That whilst the flavours are similar to said beer from Beaver, it's not as intense. It's not quite as intense. It's very tasty. So there's that sweetness that comes through at the beginning, and it mellows into a fairly sweet malt. And it's quite a sweet flavour overall, really. There's no real bitterness to speak of, which, whilst I like bitterness, this level of sweet works because it's rounded. It's what I would call a balanced sweetness, not balanced like the bitter and sweet balance. It's a balanced sweetness, in as much as it's just the right amount of sweet. Not too much, not too little, just right. I like that. Now, there's not an awful lot I can tell you more about the beer. It's hoppy. I like it. There's sweetness. I like that. The finish is pleasant. It's not overly strong at 6%. There's nothing I really dislike about it, let's be honest. Now, as for a score, let's give it a score. I would absolutely, without question, buy this again. It's £5.35 for a 440ml can, which is pretty much the going rate for something of this kind of ilk. I would buy it again, absolutely. So it's going to get a minimum of a 3. The flavours are very similar to a beer that I love, so it's going to get at least a 4. Would I change anything? I'd maybe make it a bit more hoppy. Give that a real kick up the backside, kind of hop level. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't change anything. I would definitely up the hop intensity because that's what I like. But what Twisted Barrel have made here is very, very tasty indeed, and I would be very happy to drink it again and again. Would I like a bit more bitterness? Maybe. Maybe an extra dry hopping session with some more of these tasty hops would be adding to the hop content and giving it a bit more bitterness. So, but I've got no complaints. Yeah, I like this. So I would give this a good 4.5. Easy. And that might change by the time I finished it. You never know. It might go up a bit. It certainly won't go down. It may go up. If I change it, I'll update it on Untapped and let you know. So in the meantime, ladies and gents, boys and girls, this has been Wrapped in Lupulin New England IPA from Twisted Barrel. I've been Nick, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.